very anxious guy. I always had a fear inside, pumping adrenaline in my body. I often felt scared or nervous about any kind of social interactions, about me performing live on stage, playing my violin or saxophone, or doing a speech in front of people. But through the years, I managed to learn how to deal with that, and in this video, I want to share this life lesson with you. The upfront conclusion: go in the direction of fear with your head first, because this is when you know you have a thing to work on. When you feel fear, it means that something is stopping you from evolving, from being creative. And when you feel it, it means that you have to go straight into it. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Paul, and I'm a student who dreams of becoming a doctor. And on this channel, we explore the ways that we can combine being ourselves with enjoying life. So today we are talking our fears. Now listen carefully, because every time we encounter a situation when we need to get rid of the short-term benefit for the long-term gain, we would feel afraid. So every time we want to do something creative, fear will pop up. Every time you want to do something different, fear will come up. What this meant for me after I realized it, it was that in those areas I had to work more in my life, because now I knew that this was something important and this was something great, and only my fear was holding me back, because I was giving up on the short-term benefit for the long-term gain. Now I want to make you understand that our lives would feel so much lighter and so much enjoyable when we escape our fears. Because in the moment we may feel like we are in great danger, but actually we are doing something great for our future. And this is what we have to have in mind when we approach fear. We can't escape our fear if we are avoiding it. We have to accept it first and then go straight with our head first in the direction of fear. This is how I evolved. Example is that at the end of the summer, I was with a group of friends of mine walking on the beach, and it was after our first day of school that year. And as we walked through the beach, we saw a group of people jumping in the sea from a pier. And some of my friends were like, "Oh my god, this is amazing, let's do that too." And fear came up, because I was like, "Oh, but it's the first day of school." And it was in September, so probably the water was cold and the height was pretty high, and I was kind of afraid that we would do something dangerous. And I said, screw it, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna have fun. And now I can say that that was the most amazing experience that I had that summer, and it was so amazing. I never felt so free before that, and it was so enjoyable, just because I accepted my fear. I knew that I was scared, and I said that I had to overcome that fear, and it was the best thing ever. I also did was not give a damn about what people think, because before I was so scared of not making a bad impression on people. I was scared of interacting, of socializing, just to retain that image that I thought others had about myself. And this was the biggest mistake that I made, because instead of being sincere, I tried to be serious. I tried to make an image, a false image of myself for others, because I don't know, I was afraid of their judgment, of their thoughts, of their action if they found out who I really was. And this was so bad for my mental health. This led me into being so lonely, and it affected me as a person. And when I realized that only my fear was holding back from interacting, from asking someone how they're doing, I understood that this wasn't acceptable and that I had to do something about it. And as soon as I realized that, I went with my head first into the core of this problem. And from the time I realized this, I managed to interact with so many more people and to meet new people and to have this different mindset, I think, and my life was so much more meaningful after that, and I enjoyed it so much more when I went to someone and I felt the connection that I had with them. A few tips that I want to give you now if you are struggling with this or if you want to apply this principle into your life are these. The first one is to make small changes. Don't just do something so scary for you, because this will shut you down. You would feel overwhelmed, and after that you wouldn't want to have anything to do with the situation. Just try to find the sweet spot where you are okay with escaping your comfort zone, but not so much that it becomes overwhelming. Try to find the spot where it's challenging enough for you to learn something. If I was scared of talking to 2 to 3 people at the same time, I wouldn't like to go on a 1,000 people TED talk the next day just to escape my fear. This is not how I would escape my fear. This is how I would traumatize myself for the rest of my life. Just try to stick to small steps. The second tip is my journey of me entering this mindset of going in the way of fear. And this started with the advice that I found on YouTube. And it was this guy which said that if you want to escape fear, you have to first do a cold shower. And even though when I say this, some fear and nervousness sparks in me, and it probably means that I have to do it again. And what I did was I just went on a 1 hour cycling trip, and when I come back home, I put this crazy playlist that I love, and I went straight into the cold water, and it was the best feeling ever. Just make a cold shower, open up the cold water, let it flow, and stare at it. And if you, in this moment, feel scared, and if you feel like no way that I'm gonna do this cold shower random, I encourage you to do it, to just go in there and do it, because this is the first step. This is a demonstration. This is, I hope, gonna make you understand this mindset, and this will show you how it feels to do it in real life, not just thinking about it, not just doing it in your head, but to actually go under the cold water and see how you feel. See how you feel afterwards, because I felt amazing afterwards. I felt empowered, I felt strong, I felt that this life is in my power. Now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found something practical that you could take from this video. And now you can check out my video where I talk about how I became a mirror in my mid school and how I managed to escape that toxic habit. And you can do so by clicking the video up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you on the next time. Bye!